Hello everyone! There's no denial that cars are everywhere in this world and is truly an inevitable part of our lives. Now you might have seen our videos on the 2021 S500 or the 2021 Ghost, and they are just one category of cars. They are the latest and greatest modern luxury cars. But you can't just narrow it down to that one category. The world of cars have such wide variety, and today we are going to explore one that even the non-car guys are gonna enjoy. The vintage car. And this is a 1968 Ford Mustang. A prime example for this category and truly an icon.
And an icon it is. This is the first generation Ford Mustang. It is a 1968 model, and this car is so important to the car culture in general and is also a very important American car because this car started a new category of cars called the pony cars. These cars were meant to be affordable, high performance, sporty looking fastbacks, convertibles and hardtops like these. And the Mustang really started that trend, which were followed by the Chevrolet Camaros and the Dodge Challengers. So the Mustang started production in 1964. That was the first generation Mustang.
Mustang, the original, America's favorite sports car, with 3 new models. Norman flipped for the new Mustang Fastback, with options like a tilt-away steering wheel that leaps aside, adjusts to 9 different positions. 390 cubic inch V8, new wide oval tires, and an optional speed control that lets you set your own course of action. Norman discovered a new wave of excitement.
In the initial 2 years of sales, they sold about 1.3 million of these Mustangs, which is insane even by modern standards. And in 1967, they did a slight facelift to this car and made it the most beautiful pony car to ever exist. I mean, look at this thing. Every poster you see, every magazine cover, it had the Ford Mustang because it is that beautiful. I think it's more beautiful than the ones they sell in the dealerships right now. I know I'm being too much of a fanboy, so without wasting a lot of time, let's get into the Mustang. So calling this car stunning is absolutely an understatement because this thing is absolutely gorgeous. You have a lot of chrome in the front, just like many classic cars, but it is not that kind of boring chrome in modern luxury cars. It really suits this car. You have the Mustang logo in the front and center, and you have these round headlights, making it the most iconic design in the car industry as a whole. You have this long hood, which is also an aspect of classic cars. Some hard lines on the side, some Mustang badging down there, your chrome side mirrors, and one thing that is beautiful about classic cars is that you gotta open the doors like this and you slam it to shut the door.
The chrome elements continues even in the rear end of this car, and you have your long Mustang badge over here and the legendary tri-bar tail lights, which they have even in their latest models, and this is surely from where they have taken inspiration from. And if you're wondering where to fuel the Mustang, you can turn this Mustang logo and you have your fuel tank over there, and you have your reverse lights down here. And this car comes with racer type alloys, which is kind of rare in this model year. Really iconic.
Now I'm sitting inside the 1968 Mustang, and it is truly one of the most different experiences that I've had since the beginning of this channel. Let me be honest. It's truly a different experience because when this car was made more than 50 years ago, there were no computers. So when we do a review on a modern car like the 2021 S-Class or the Ghost, there are a lot of computers. You know, when you shut the door, there's a soft close system which sucks in the door. But this is different. There are no computers, there are no electronics, there is no seatbelt thing going beep 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 or making sounds like that. Everything is analog, everything is classic, and that is something to love. Back in the day when this car was being manufactured, you could get it in a lot of different specifications with a lot of different engine variations and a lot of interior differences. For example, some cars that were made in this era were proper race cars. It didn't have a lot of stuff in it. And some cars were like pure luxury cars. It had all the features and all the luxuries of 1960s. Well, this one has all the analog gauges over there, looking beautiful as always. I mean, the build quality of this thing is incredible. I mean, it has held up over 50 years this way. It's absolutely insane. Now, if you look at the dashboard, you have your old FM radio thing hanging down over here, which is nice. You can see I'm tuning it right now. And you have a place to put your cassette. Beautiful. And if you look at the steering wheel right now, this is the thinnest rim steering wheel I've ever held in my life. And obviously there are no airbags, so be careful while driving this car. I mean, when you're driving a car that is over 50 years old, you don't care about it. And the cool thing with this particular car is that everything is original. Nothing has been really redone, which is a really cool thing, and which makes a classic car more attractive because it has a really cool story behind it. And the thing that makes this car special is the transmission that came with this particular car. Usually when people ordered Mustangs in the 60s, they opted for a 3-speed automatic transmission with a floor shifter, but this one has a 5-speed manual transmission. So you clearly know that this car was owned by an enthusiast, which is really cool in my opinion. So this is the moment that I've been truly waiting for. This is going to be one of the most iconic things that I've done in the history of this channel. So I'm about to start up the 1968 Ford Mustang. So first you're gonna make sure it's in neutral. Put your foot on the brake and this is truly insane. Everything is vibrating. This is awesome. You have your speedometer over here, your alternator, your fuel over there. You have no RPM meter over here, which is insane. You don't have an RPM meter. Everything is vibrating. Just look at the transmission. This is the most analog you can ever get in a car.
Now let me slam shut the door and talk about some interior aspects of the Ford Mustang. Now, this car comes with bucket seats, and to call it bucket seats in modern standards, it is quite funny because you don't have much support and you don't even have a place to rest your head. But who cares? And also the Ford Mustang comes with rear seats, and let me show it to you. And this is how you open the car door from inside. Now you can just push this down. You don't have any latches over there. Now, it's quite tight back in here, but the headroom is not an issue because of how the car is shaped. You have a small smoker's window over here. And as of storage, you have this glove box.
Now another exciting part. Let us see what is under this long hood of the 1968 Ford Mustang. In modern cars, inside you have a latch you pull and the hood opens. Here, the latch is under here. You can pull it up and the hood goes right up. It is heavy, it is really heavy, let's say that. And here you have the beautiful 4.7 liter Windsor V8 engine, which is sitting here looking clean and beautiful and exposed, unlike in modern cars. Something to really appreciate about classics. Now let me shut it down. Hold on to the latch. It's heavy. Push it down. So we have come to an end of this video. Modern cars are cool. They have a lot more horsepower. They are a lot more comfortable. They can drive you longer distances and they have a higher top speed. But sometimes car guys just completely forget to remember cars like these. These are the reasons why we have these cool modern cars, and antique cars or vintage cars are something that should truly be cherished and truly be appreciated more. With that, till we see the next time, bye.